Hello everybody, I am today flying a CargoHawk 3000. I've only taken about 4 or 5 flights in this aircraft, and I have learned some things, many of them the hard way. Number one is that you have to really watch your airspeed on this aircraft as you make your final approach to the runway. You can't let it get down below 120 kilometers until you are over the runway, and then you can make your final touchdown. Okay, the other thing is just that every aircraft handles a little bit different, so as you upgrade, just be ready to have to do some experimentation, and you may have to crash a few times in order to kind of get the hang of it, but don't let that discourage you. It's really fun once you kind of figure out the drill. I've fully upgraded this plane. I've done my repairs. Remember, that's always the most important thing to do when you're in the hangar. And now I have navigated using my arrow keys over to the order list, which I will select. And as usual, I want the highest minimum pay for this cargo. And so I will select fluorine using, it's already highlighted. I will select it using my A button. Down in the lower right corner, you'll see it says on the way, and so I'll hit my A key once again. I'm out on the runway now, ready to start my engine and have a look at my flight plan. And I'm already encouraged because I see at the top of the screen that my destination is not far off the trajectory that I am at already on the runway. Oh, I just want to let you know that one of the things I learned is that if you have a 180 degree turn to make in order to get on your correct vector, the direction towards your destination, it is okay to taxi down the runway to the other side and take off going from the other direction. At least I haven't had any problems with doing that. So if you do, make sure you get far enough down the runway that you have enough time to lift off. But it's a nice way to not have to make. It's a nice way to not have to make a long sweeping turn, especially when it's a short flight. Let's have a look at it. Looks like this is a longer flight, so I'm not particularly concerned with that, but it's going to be an easy vector coming off the runway. All right, I am going to start my jaunt down the runway. Speed that way up. I want to be at least at 120 miles an hour before I point my nose upward. I want to be at least at 1,000 feet before I make any adjustment turns, especially the radical ones. But okay, I'm at looks like 2,000, or let's see. I'm at 3,000 feet and still climbing a little bit. This is going to be a longer flight. Let me adjust my trim.
All pilots who fly internationally must know at least a bit of English.
Very useful information. Thank you, Nintendo developers, for that. That's a feature I would love to see go away. All right, or become useful. They could give us useful information with that. I've got a long flight, so I'm going to take my throttle up full, and I don't need to be any higher than, I like to keep it between 6,000 and 8,000 feet on a longer duration flight. I like to keep the plane nice and level. Let's see, can't see my destination yet. I can discover that by looking at the Y key, and you can see that you can't see my destination on the screen on the north end of the map. Okay, I'm getting too high. So I'm going to bump it down. 8,000 feet is really as far as I want to go here. There we go. It's a little more like it. Still can't see my destination when I use the long view. Okay, have to adjust my trim just a little. And now I'm still up too high. I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Bird in the engine.
Pointing a laser pointer at a plane is a serious crime.
Pointing a laser pointer at a plane is a serious crime. Yes, I'm aware of that, but I didn't need to know it while I'm trying to fly a cargo plane to my destination. That was not helpful information. That's useless trivia, folks. Sorry, I'm venting my opinion there. All right, I can see my runway coming into view, so I am going to make sure that I am on a downward movement. I'm going to slow my engine down to about maybe 140, 150. And I've got a lot of descending to do, so I'm going to do some serious descent here for just a minute. Down to 7,000. When I get to 6, I'll start pulling my nose back up so I don't go down too far too fast. And at this angle, I can't really see the airport, but I know that if I'm pointing slightly to the left of that yellow, engine off. Okay, it turned it off by itself there. It's another feature about this game I don't particularly like. I know that they want to train us wannabe pilots to deal with emergencies. That's one I just didn't need. Okay, so we're getting in closer. I'm going to point my nose up just a little. Boy, I guess the airport is over this hill here, and I wasn't aware of that. So I'm going to bump it up to about 3,000 feet or so, enough to get up over this hill. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to be to the left side of that runway. So I am just, oops, I need to get higher. I don't want to get down below 1,000 feet when I'm this far away from it. Oh boy, it's right there on me. All right, slow it down. Oh buddy, this is not looking good. Slow my engine down. Okay, get your nose up, get it over, get your nose up, get your nose up, get your nose up, and slow your engine down. And as you can see, I'm going to have to taxi a little bit to my final destination. Let me look and see where it is. It's to my right here somewhere, and apparently I went far enough. My reward is $79,000, $615, and I'm pretty okay with that. Okay, a successful flight. Thank you for coming along. I hope I gave you any useful information in that at all. See you next time. Thanks.